Every car guy needs one of these. These bad boys right here. So right behind me, I got a Traxxas TRX4 right here and a Traxxas TRX4M. I'm gonna tell you guys why every car guy needs to have, oh my God, it is windy out here. I will tell you guys why every car guy needs to have at least one of these models. Oh my gosh, so much we gotta jump into. Let's get into it. All right, so first off, you can see right here, your boy has Bronco models. Take a look at these things. There's some differences between the smaller TRX4M and the bigger TRX4, right? So this is 1/18 scale and this is 1/10 scale. So you put 10 of these together, you're gonna have a full size truck. That's how big these things are. Now, this is my TRX4M. If you guys have seen previous videos, you have seen this in the video. This is the best winter hobby any car guy can have. And I'm gonna tell you 3 reasons why that is. The first reason altogether, modifiability, right? When you look at these things, you get them, you buy them stock, not a lot done to them, right? They're stock. You go ahead and start modifying them like I've done with this one. Let me show you guys the mods I've put on this thing. So first things first, I've thrown on bead lock wheels, son. These are actually bead lock wheels. And the tires, look at those things. Those things look awesome. I 3D printed out the roof rack on the top, removed off the fake little cap on the back here and put an actual tire on there. 3D printed out this little rack here so that way I could throw a little 3D printed gas tank onto there. I put a metal bumper on the rear and also the front here with the lights inside of it. And then when you go to pop these things off, let me just show you guys real quick. Super simple. Take this off and this is what it looks like underneath that body. So inside of here, we have our battery, our ECM, we got our motor, right? We got the steering servo up here. But the best part is this thing is actually 4-wheel drive. So when I press on the gas, this is the front drive shaft, the back drive shaft, right? It's going to actually turn. Let me show you guys. See them guys turning on you? Crazy. And honestly, when you play with these things, these are actual hobby grade. The best part about that is you can modify these things all different types of ways. If something breaks, the toy doesn't just become a thing you throw in the trash. You can put a new piece on it. So you see that metal drive shafts that I'm talking about underneath there? Yeah, the plastic ones broke on me. So guess what? We upgraded them things to metal. Boom. Now let's talk about the big head honcho here, right? The TRX4, as we talk about modifiability, right? Here's my big TRX4. If I turn this bad boy, it's a little bit heavier too. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I put the bead locks on here. Look at them things, bro. I also put a front winch on this thing. Let me grab the controller for that so you guys can see it. Here's the controller for the front winch. If I were to go and release this thing, right? If I press this button, it's gonna start letting out my winch. Look. Right? Pull it in. The winch is pulling it in now. This thing is sick, bro, sick. Now let me show you guys just how strong that winch is that I put on here and modified. And you might also see, I got lights on here, right? It did not come with lights. I put those lights in there. Look how official those things look. Let me just show you guys real quick before we talk about the winch. Let me show you guys, when I go to turn this bad boy, look at these lights. Turn signals, bro. Fire, fire. This thing is fast, right? It also has portal axles underneath, right? I also put a brass differential cover on there. All types of modifications you can do to these things. You guys don't even know the half of it. I can't wait to modify this thing some more. But let me show you guys just how strong this winch is. First of all, long winch lead on this thing. If your friends get stuck or something like that, you guys are out wheeling together with these, you can help them out. I'm just gonna put this and hold it up here and show you guys just how powerful this winch is on this bad boy. Not doing anything else, I'm just pressing to pull the winch in. You think it can lift it? Those are aftermarket metal wheels on there. Brass diff covers. Lifted it off the ground, dead hang. That shows you just how strong this winch is. Pull that back in. Now you guys might notice I have a brake light out for just a driving light. right? They ended up actually sending me another kit, so I just got to install that, but that was free of charge for them to send me the new one. Warranty on the electronics there. Perfect, so perfect. I picked up that light kit and they sent me new ones. Also, if you look at stock ones, you'll notice that I added in the fender deletes, right? Makes it stick out just a bit wider. Looks really good, looks really good. Let me show you guys the second reason why these things are so cool, right? TRX4, this thing has one open diffs, right? If I flip this trigger here, it's going to go into the front locked diffs. And then if I flip it one more time, all of it's locked, right? Front and rear. That allows it for the perfect crawlability when you're taking it off-road. Now, if I put it back in open diffs, this has one extra feature. Down here, this little trigger allows us to put this thing into different speeds, so a high gear and a low gear. And you actually can see that change on the inside of this thing, and that's why it's the second reason, just how real this thing is, right? Because you can actually see what it's doing, and it works just like a real truck. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal in the size of this thing and the cost of these things. So I'll show you guys just real quick what it looks like in low gear and then also in high gear. Let's do that. All right, so right now we're in high gear. I have a 3S battery in this thing. Let's see how quick it is. Pretty quick. I think it actually does like 10 to 12 miles an hour in that speed. Now I'm gonna flip this thing into low gear. You can see a lot slower, but way more torque, right? If I were to reverse and then hit the gas really quickly in the low gear, that's what it looks like. Now, I do the same in high gear. Watch this. Thing will pop a wheelie all day. This thing has a lot of power inside of it. Now, why that's so important for that second reason of the realism of this thing is it because it allows you to modify this thing, but feel like the same feelings you get when you modify, like for example, my BMW 440 or my Silverado when I modify that, or the Corvette that's in the garage, but we're getting close to winter time, so that thing's not coming out for a bit of time. So this gives you that same feeling, but it doesn't cost as much when you go to modify it. Let's just be honest here. It's not thousands of dollars for a new mod, not $1,000 for a set of wheels. It's like 100, 200 bucks, if that, you know what I mean? When you want to do a modification. On these guys right here, you can get away with a lot of mods for like $30, you know? Very simple. If you got the little guy, you can definitely get away with 30 bucks and modifying that thing every week if you need to get you through the winter months. Let's take this thing off road. Let's get up the trails. Now we're about to get into our third reason here, the realism, right? You can actually take this thing off road and do some real nice trails. Man, I took it on a very crazy trail with my brother, and he actually is the one who put me onto these things. Starting off with the TRX4M and now up to the TRX4, right? This is the big bad boy. They actually have one that's above it. That's a TRX6. That's a 6x6 drive. Those things are sick. It's like a G-Wagon, or you can get like the car hauler model. Anyways, let's jump into this. Let me show you guys what this thing looks like actually performing. I got a whole bunch of leaves out here, little trail we're on. Let's see what this thing can do. So I will say with the fender delete, it definitely gives this thing much more clearance to get over stuff without getting hung up on the fenders. Look at it. Just powering through it. So now I'm gonna back up a little bit, lock the diffs, and power through. There we go. This thing is so much fun out here, I swear. You get to do so many different things with it. You see stuff and you're like, ain't no way it's gonna make it over, and then it surprises you. But the best part is if it doesn't make it over and you think you possibly could do that sometime in the future, you can modify it to be able to do what you want it to do. People throw lift kits on these things, different kind of suspension with the little small reservoirs in it. People turn these things into drag racing cars sometimes. They do so many different things with these. It's honestly hilarious because sometimes they'll throw like these plastic wheels on the back and be drifting them. You know what I mean? That's what they're using with these big old trucks, like they drifting. It just looks hilarious, right? Let me show you guys just a little bit more like off-roading and what I like doing with this thing. And then sometimes I ride out with my bro, and he also has one, but he has a lifted Silverado, and so we take that thing off-road with us. And his is also a TRX4. It's just a high lift model kind of version. So let's show you guys a little bit more of what we got here. So just showing you guys just from my angle what it looks like. It's gonna be a little tough because I gotta have, you know, 2 hands on the controller here. But let's see if we can take this thing off of this little area. Not a problem for it. We did have some snow out here the other day. It's got everything just a bit muddy. Fine, just like that, we made it out. Show you guys a bit of what it looks like off-road, you know what I'm saying, between the 2 different gears, right? So right now in low gear, for ultra realism. And then if you're just trying to make it from one trail to the next, you're just trying to get through it really quickly, pop that thing into high gear, and you can actually hear it shift over. Watch, listen. Just so you guys can hear that. And this is it in high gear. That high gear is so useful because if you just want to get from here to the next spot, you ain't waiting for your RC truck to catch up with you or having to carry it over there. You just pop that thing in the high gear and go. The battery lasts in this thing so long. Like me and my brother, we went hiking for like an hour and a half maybe, and battery still has some juice in it. And then we did a whole bunch of off-road and goofing around in like certain spots and stuff like that. With my brother, my nephew, bro, it was a crazy, crazy fun time. These things are awesome. I definitely recommend you get one of these. Let's swing back to the crib so we can wrap this thing up. Now you guys can see your boy is stuck, right? Can't get out of this spot. This is the perfect time to grab the winch out, right? Now I'm releasing the winch here. Let's just see how far we can go. I can see we're getting towards the end. Perfect. What I'm gonna do is wrap the winch around now, hold it in place, and I will start tightening it up, all right? Now at the same time I pull that winch, I'm gonna give it just a little bit of gas, right? Just like that, we made it out. Now, if you want to just pick your thing up and move it, you can do that. Or you can get the ultra realism and actually attach the winch like I just did. Now, we're just gonna wind our winch back up and continue on the trail. Winch controller back in the pocket and continue wheeling. I'm gonna tell you guys one feature no one ever talks about when it comes to these TRX4s, and it's this right here. This thing has cruise control built into it. Let me show you guys how that works. So when you press the throttle, you're gonna press it and then you gotta press the set button there, right? It's going to be, right? So you'll press on your throttle and you're also gonna press on this set button here at the same time, let off the throttle, and it's just gonna go. Let me show you guys real quick. So boom, I'm driving, I press the set button. I'm not touching anything on here anymore, and it's just going, right? You want it to go a little faster. Let me bring it back, right? You want it to go a little faster. You can start off with a faster speed, or you can turn this multi-function and it's gonna make it go faster or slower. So let me see if I can do that really quickly. I'm gonna try to go real slow in the beginning. So, right? So now it's going. If I turn this multi-function knob here, it's going to start going faster, or it's gonna start going slower. Just that simple. You can see it's already making its way up the trail. That is perfect if you don't want to be goofing around and setting the speed and moving the speeds around, but I like just riding this thing. But if you're going from one spot to the next and you just want to set that cruise control, perfect for that as well. As you guys can see, this thing is so much fun just to play with. These things are awesome, but the best part is you can actually get some real fun in with these things. It's better than just a regular little RC toy. This is a heavy duty mamma jamma. With these extra beadlock wheels on here, this thing has some weight to it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's probably, you can get some dumbbell rows in. This thing is awesome though. You guys definitely got to get your hands on one of these. I hope I explained to you guys the importance of having one of these, especially as a hobby, especially if you run into winter in your area. Just to recap there for you: 1, modability, right? Number 2, just that realism that these things have on the inside of them. And 3, just how well they can actually function out there. It allows you to also be able to better pick your lines and also modify something without having the full cost of modifying a big vehicle. Plus, as you guys know, like I know, when you modify your vehicles, not all the time do you get to go out and actually use it. With those little guys, you can get out much more often and actually use it. So it allows you to actually use the modifications much more than what you do on your regular vehicle. I'll make sure I leave links down below for the TRX4 and the TRX4M. Those do help the channel out if you use those links. I love these things. I love the mods. There's so many mods out there. If you guys want to see a future video on the modifications that are out there for these things, there are so many that I have never even mentioned. Make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Also realize I never talked about price. These things are a little over 500 bucks, right? That's just how much these cost. They have so many features packed into them. The little guy, the TRX4M, those are like under $200 for to get them. So either or, whatever your budget is picking for you, which one would I recommend? If you're gonna go and get one, get the big boy, right? But if you can't afford the big boy, the small ones are fun too. That's what I started off with. But then I saw the potential and what these things can do. And man, I play with this thing all the time versus the small one now. Small one is great if you build an indoor course. If you got a 3D printer, holla at your boy, because I printed out a whole indoor course. You guys might have seen that. If not, I'll make sure I drop a new video showing you guys the indoor course maybe sometime this winter, where I take the small one around and actually modify and do things like that to make that one much better. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Anyways, it's your boy Chevy. We signing out with another video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, okay. What's up? I've been on a paper chase for months. I've been on a marathon for